Hello, YouTube world. Make sure that I'm not going to echo in here. Looks good. And all right, everybody. Welcome back to the world of Solaire as we join our medley group of adventurers here, currently in the ruins of the dead. Of course, they are adventuring in the lands of the Orc Union, and currently surrounded in mist while missing a friend of theirs. Tarnik has gone missing, and we're trying to figure out what is going on with that as this mist swirls about. And I think last we had was Grom tried to gain some perspective by trying to detect thoughts on this mist, and afterwards I think you gathered some sort of fragmented thoughts and information, and then if I remember right, I think that's when the mist moved away, leaving y'all within this ruined room. And for the most part, still without no Tarnik. And we also had Crag here rush Mr. Grom for some unknown reason, but is now calm with a bolt in its belly currently. That's just trying to lick at it and pull it out with his teeth. Silent is like moving to rip out, just trying to figure out what's going on. And what is everybody currently doing? As this just finished tapping with Craig trying to pull his bolt out and the fog recessing.
You say that the fog is retreating?
I think that's what was going on last. Yeah, I do remember. I think because you tried to read the thoughts, and then the fog afterwards, you were able to gain certain thoughts, fragmented thoughts, a little bit of information as people were almost like a echo of what had happened to various amounts of people. And I think the fog started, or at least I have it in my mind, was starting to recess and push back and crawl back out of this building.
Yeah, that's how I remember it as well. Crag. That's why Crag had calmed down.
Grom is going to fall down to his knees because he's like very wounded, and he's gonna say, "Oh," like he's just gonna groan with the wounds because he's at 6 hit points. He's literally at 6 hit points. He's gonna be like, "Oh," and he's gonna like fall down and like grasp his midsection.
Silent will rush over to him, and she'll just say in her broken Orcish that she's been trying to learn, Grom! Grom! Kind of just worried in her eyes as she's like puts her hands on you and tries to figure out what's going on. Because the damage wasn't physical, right? It was all psychic, if I remember correct.
It was mental, yeah. It was like psychic damage, yeah.
And she'll look over.
But he's gonna say to her, I took damage. I tried to read their minds. It was too much. And he's gonna like grab his head and like lean his head down. I mean, being down to 6 hit points, I feel like he's in a lot of pain. Kind of.
Silent will look over at Cub, and Cub, can you help Grum?
I'm gonna be like, sure, I can help him.
Crom is doing this. You hear Craig over there too, like just starting to whine as he's pulling out the bolt in its belly, and then you see a little bit more blood starting to leak out now. It starts walking over to Grom and toward the group, like searching for help.
Grom had taken damage from Crag as well, right? That's why I shot Crag.
Yeah, there was one attack from Craig.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I was trying not to hurt Crag, and then he attacked Grom, so I went ahead and shot him.
Yeah, that's right. Across his chest there.
I'll go ahead and I'll take a potion out and I'll just give it to Grom. Or I'll be like,
give me a potion.
Yep.
That would be what, what is that? 2d4?
2d4 plus 4?
I think it's 2d4 plus. Let me see.
Hold on, I got it. Okay.
It'll be 11 points.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. Sorry. There you go.
Okay. So that heals him a lot.
Yeah.
He's like, ugh.
Wait, are you both together? Wait, you and the bear and Grom together?
You together? Well, the bear just moved forward to Grom,
Okay.
so he's
then
near him.
Wait, where's I'm missing my familiar.
Oh my God, where'd he go? Huh. Oh no, the mist took him. Let's see. Let me find him. He went wandering off, I guess.
Is he underneath one of the other tokens?
Let's see. Is he under Craig? Is he smashing him? Nope. Where'd he go? It's like a real cat. We're actually missing him. That's funny. Let me go and let me go to the other map and see if I can find him there. He was like, "Freak this shit! I'm getting out of here." Copy him, and then paste him back in here. There we go. Meow, meow.
Oh. I'll go I'll grab it and then I'll whisper it to its ear. And then I'll set it down like right next to these two, or next to at least everybody. So it'll be more like in this. So this is like around us.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the cat, it will transform into a full-size displacer beast. And I'm using my healing spirit attribute.
Nice. And then that one heals how many per?
It's 1d6 plus 4.
And that lasts for 10 minutes, right? Or how long does that last?
It's only for 1 minute.
Oh, really? 1 minute.
Yeah, I just
I'm
have
thinking
to
about
stay
something
in
else then.
concentration for 1 minute. So I just have to maintain concentration for a minute. But everybody around me, but within that minute, you all gain, as long as you're around Tikal, you gain a 1d4 or 1d6 plus 4 of my healing.
Right. Let's see here.
Wait, how much does Grom get?
Wait, is Grom with us back?
Grum? Yeah.
I mean, Grum is there.
Oh yeah. Well, you get nine back.
Yeah.
So you got the 11 plus 9, so that puts you at 20.
Well, no, if I got 9 more than I have right now, it would be 26. I am.
So 9. Okay. Cool.
So right now it can only cure, or it's only at my 2nd level, so I can do 2 healing. 2 healing turns.
Alright. Well, you see that the gush in Crag is starting to zip up in the skin, and it's not bleeding out anymore. He's just kind of licking at it. And he'll turn his head and look and stare over at Cyrix. And just give a look.
Easy there, big guy. You attacked us.
And then he looks over at Grom. Like, just kind of walks around.
Okay. I'm gonna try to scratch his ears a bit. Be like, "Hey there, a good boy." And then start scratching his ears.
Just turning over and just glaring at Cyrix.
Xerx is going to very slowly make her way back over to the group.
It just lingers his gaze upon you as you near, but he doesn't do much. He just like sits next to Grom. Oh, yeah, Mr. Bordak is like there and it's like walks over. And did you make it noticeable to the group that you were detecting thoughts, or you just did this all and then just haven't said anything? I can't remember.
No, I Grom did this about the mist, but when the mist retreated, I imagine Grom's detect thoughts would have faded away.
Yeah, they would have faded away. So, so the group doesn't know that you did that then. So, yeah, that would be up to you if you wish to let them know or anything. Aside from that, yeah, looks like the bear's good. And whatever heals that you have now, Grom.
Nice.
So, Grom would, upon being healed a couple times, he would look up and he would say, "This thing is ancient, many long lines of death upon it. I do not know where our friend Tarnik is. However, I look you that we're on the right track to solve this."
Is that good? Yep. That's kind of what I got from the robe lady.
You would also remember that you did feel the essence of Tarnik from that detect thoughts. You couldn't really.
That's what Xerx was about to ask Grom if Grom had gotten any indication that Tarnik was close by, still alive, anything.
Yeah, Grom would say, "No, I do not know. Tarnik seems to be somewhere other than here. I have no idea about his location, but I know this mist. We should not let it play with our mind.
But
We must find Tarnik."
You felt him though, while you were probing the mist.
No.
Yeah, you did feel him. That
Oh, did it?
yeah,
did
yeah,
you
yeah.
feel
That
it?
the last part of it was where you did feel the essence of Tarnik. You felt
Oh.
yeah, you did feel kind of an essence, a sort of feeling of thoughts, but you didn't like see him visually or anything like that. You just felt the thoughts in a way.
Was it sensing him in a sense that he was like close by, or more just like, oh, he's alive? And blah, blah, blah?
More like he's alive, but you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't like. There was no location or distance that you
Okay.
sensed.
Oh, then Grom was saying, no, I did feel him, but I do not know where he is. I just know that he's alive. We must pursue him. Cannot leave him to die.
As,
And he would have a disdainful mannerism like about this mist. When he's talking about this mist, you would sense some disdain, some like anger about it. He's not a fan of the mist. Let's just put it that way.
And for now, Bordak would just walk in. It's like, and he would just say, "Well then, we should keep searching. If he's in the mist, we need to find him." And says, "Any suggestions?"
Yeah, I don't know. I find it troubling that he was sensed among the mist.
I'm just gonna say, we do not know how to find him, but perhaps we should pursue further, open our minds. There's something strange going on.
Does anybody have any type of perception as to where the mist receded towards, or did it just dissipate? Did anybody see?
If y'all want to, go ahead and roll a perception.
All right.
22.
Ooh, wow, 22 perception.
A 9. Beat that, boys.
He was too enthralled in the pain and thoughts. Oh wow,
Here, I'll give you a guidance.
24, nice.
Grom, you'll take a guidance.
Oh. Heck yeah. All right, let me roll it. Well, I have a 10 altogether.
All right.
Sorry.
It's still like an 18 average across 3 rolls. So.
As far as when you ask this, you are noticing at the periphery, at least of your vision, that though the mist did recede and pull back, you do see a thin layer of it still rolling. It's not quite thick, but it is still there on the ground outside. There's some open areas, and it's almost, from what you can tell, like a web of sorts, a thick web, not with thin strands, but yeah, like a web of the fog just still rolling on top of the ground, very thin, maybe even half an inch.
Is there a way I can do like a nature check and try to like bend the mist or so of that web of like to where it's under, not to like under our control, but like we can be able to like, if it's a safe passage, can we use that as like an anchor route that we can just walk through?
Grom would say, passage, what do you mean?
You can.
Does he hear that?
Well, he was asking for if he could roll for the nature. I would go ahead and roll a nature check. And exactly how are you trying? You just trying to walk over there and feel it, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my self guidance to make it more powerful.
So 21. All right.
Yeah.
So are you just trying to investigate and just feel it and touch it or something, or how? What exactly are you trying to do?
Yeah, like I kind of want to like it. Where like if I can if I can somehow like manifest it into like a ethereal rope or something like that, or like a little line, like this is gonna be our trail of breadcrumbs that we can walk through, like walking through like a.
Yeah,
Huh?
if you try to manipulate it in any way, there's nothing. You sense that you can't. Yeah, it doesn't. With all your knowledge of nature and everything, you can't do anything with it. It doesn't allow you to. It just basically seems like normal mist, but yeah, anything that you try to do to form it and manipulate it is not letting you. Your hands just mainly go through, or whatever thoughts you might be able to think that you were trying to create something of it. It doesn't let you.
Mm-hmm. What about like parting it, even to like push it out of the way?
I mean, you can step into it or put your hands in it, but it just kind of still swirls around you like normal mist would. But yeah, aside from that, it just behaves like normal mist currently. But yeah, just whatever limb you might put in it, it just swirls around it. And
Can Grom roll an Arcana check on this?
yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm gonna roll an Arcana check. Oh, it's a good Arcana check.
All right. And then as far as what are you trying to garner? What are you looking for? What do you think?
Well, when Cub is saying these things, like Cub is experimenting with like putting his hand down in it and all these things, Grom is trying to figure out like what is really going on here. Like, what is this thing? That's basically the real question. Is like, what is this thing?
Let's see here. 23 Arcana. Let me see something really quick. With not as you're trying to figure out and watch Cub experiment and try to do things. You would probably associate this maybe with some sort of lore that has to deal with possibly, you're thinking in the back of your mind, the planes. You would know a little bit of the existence of maybe other realms, planes out there. And that's what your mind just sort of lingers to, thinking about this thing. Maybe because it has to do with something that's the in-between. It's not quite solid, not quite that water substance, but yet it's not also air all the way. Something like you would also see like in the Twilight, that's in the in-between. And Grob would know sometimes that is able to open gateways. It's when the veil is thinner to maybe other realms. And he's heard, because he's traveled and he is somewhat of a bard that would have to gather information out there in the world. So he's heard of stuff like this, the in-between.
Okay. Would he get any sense of like, so Grom's theory is that what he was hearing for the voices in his mind was these are voices from a battlefield, like past dead, but not the voices of the entity itself. Would he get any insight into that?
With that, actually, just go ahead and roll me an insight.
Oh, another insight? Okay. All
Yeah.
right, here we go.
Yeah.
Or no, this is the first
Guidance.
insight. All right, here we go.
Take my guidance.
Buy him. Oh, guidance. Okay. Well, he's going to need it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Guidance. Okay, well, it's an 11. Even with guidance.
Guidance.
Rough.
You think about it more. Aside from, yeah, everything that you felt and sensed as far as the thoughts, it was a whirlpool of grief, death, and longing. But that's about as much as you're able to garner from it, from this point.
Okay. Death, longing, but really no other.
Yeah, that's all you could garner from it, unfortunately.
Okay, all right. Grom is going to turn back to the group and he's going to say, I don't know where Tarnik is. I feel a connection with him here, but he is not here, obviously. Does anyone have any ideas? We must get him back. And Shiv, the fact that Shiv is not here is very suspicious.
That's a good point. I didn't even realize that till just now. Wait, have you sent Shiv at all in any of this, Grom?
Has Grom sensed Shiv in any of this?
No, you did not sense Shiv.
He would like hang his heads and say, no, only Tarnik. There's something greatly amiss.
Oh no.
I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean, it's Tarnik.
And while y'all are in a group here, we're gonna jump really quick over to Tarnik. Seeing a little bit of theater of the mind here. Tarnik, you're still in some grayish mist area now. The last that you remember where the taverns were. Elves were laughing and you tried to throw something at them to see if it would go through them or not. Missing, unfortunately. But now you are still in this grayish void. You can see the mist. It's just swirling there. And then as you stare up into the sky, you see almost a sense that there is sky, but the light is very dim. Maybe a little soft light that's pushing through the mist that you can tell is the sun in one direction. Aside from that, you feel completely alone here. And you feel drained as well. And it's just almost that there is something interfering with your link to Gonash even. It's not like as if you're still in the same location you used to be, in the same world even. You feel like a distance. And everywhere you look around right now, it seems just nothing but, let's say about 15 to 20 feet of you is just gray mist. And below you is what seems to be like moist earth. And it's also not that earth color, it's almost also a grayish color. What do you wish to do here?
Tarnik's actually getting quite annoyed with this extended dream. So he's going to pull himself together, so to speak, and He will reach out to Ganosh the best he can and say, Ganosh, as your chosen, I need some guidance. I am lost in this fog. I'm lost in this mist. If you could show me the way, I can make my way home and out of this mist. I need to get back to protect my bumbling party. I leave it in your hands, Ganosh. But if you don't, then I'll do it myself.
You see that. Actually, roll me a perception.
Oh yeah. I can see grey mist and grey dirt.
Oh goodness. The one thing that Tarnik would notice currently is just that the mist would... You can tell that it's swirling, but you notice that it swirls, and it's almost like as if it gets thicker after you finish speaking to Ganache. And that small bit of light that was pushing through the mist that was in the sky seems to completely get engulfed by the mist suddenly. And then you feel as if there's some sort of... not a presence, but a lingering existence of something that's permeating around you. It's just covers and swallowing your existence right now. And roll me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Oh wow, you're good with wisdom, I tell you that. He's a perfect one to be in here right now. As this is happening, what would Tarnik have as far as memories about Gonash? Why did he start following Gonash? And how are those linked to the memories and reasons why he started following Gonash?
Well, he would have followed Ganosh as a child. That would have been instilled upon him by his family and his clan as he was growing up. His current connection with Ganosh is very much around the loss of his family and his clan to elves and human invaders. And that's where he really strengthened his relationship with Ganosh by declaring that oath of vengeance to, in Ganosh's name.
Oh, that perception is what, 7? Yeah. So you don't notice anything else, but what you would feel though is if something kind of like almost tickling around the idea of your thoughts, as if something trying to push in. Something is trying to feed. For some reason, when you were speaking to Gonash, you have memories that pop up, and you sense as if those memories, they're almost seeming to vanish. Just about, almost. But then they don't. As if it's something grabbed and those actual memories, but somehow you are able to push back on it. Not sure how. And then you keep the memories. And after feeling that, what would Tarnik do now?
If I remember, he's basically naked and just on his own, isn't he? He hasn't got anything.
Correct. He doesn't have anything currently.
With his poor perception and knowing that he can only see 20 feet at best, he would actually try and find any rubble and sticks and metal or anything on the ground that he can find and start banging it together so it creates noise.
Okay, so he's moving away from his current location to search for this?
If he needs to, but he wouldn't go very far. Like he would do a little circle.
Okay.
To find a couple of things.
Because
he's not
for
going to
right now, it's just that wet earth. Nothing seems to be there except for this wet earth. And how far would you want to move? Like, guesstimate of feet?
Probably in that 15 to 20 feet vision range. I don't think he would go much further. If he couldn't find anything, he'd probably get down on his hands and knees and start slapping the wet mud, trying to create a noise that way.
Okay. And it does create a slapping noise. And you hear no echoes. It just seems to be near your vicinity, and the sound seems to be engulfed and eaten by the mist around you. Now, as you walk, and if you walk 20 feet, your vision keeps at 20 feet. So it doesn't... so you can keep walking and you keep your vision at 20 feet constantly. It's not like it's a solid or...
Oh, no, I realize that. I'm just saying that he would... In his mind, he would see where that edge is, and he'd walk to that edge and walk around there.
Okay. Yeah, but other than that, the sound seems to just vanish into the fog.
Then he just screamed out, "Gosh, have you forsaken me?" As loud as he could.
Let's see here. Roll me a D100.
Good. Roll. Why are you doing that? What are you doing? Roll. No. Roll. Sorry. I just couldn't get it to roll. 77.
77. Wow. Okay. You don't hear anything around you, but then you start hearing some voice. It's in Orcish, and it says, "Your God has not forsaken you. He cannot reach you past the veil."
Veil, was that?
And as you wait there, you start to see from out the mist, you do see a humanoid figure, a female-ish orc that you can tell is coming out wearing what seems to be a dress made of natural, like anything from flowers, and has certain sticks and such in her hair. And it is a beautiful orc female. And she walks out, but you can also tell that she's not completely solid. It seems like a weak, tangible body in a sense. You can see it's transparent. But she's standing there, and And she says, Gunash cannot penetrate here. I barely can, but he has not forsaken you. You are not in the same realm you used to be. This is the ghost realm.
Would Tarnik, as a paladin,
She
have
said the
any
ghost realm.
concept of that?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, what did Tarnik say?
No, I was just asking if Tarnik would have like a prior knowledge as a paladin about the ghost realm.
He would not. He's actually. There's never been any. I won't even have you roll for it, just because there's never been a. There's no lore on it. You've heard about ghosts and lore and such, but you've never heard of a realm called a ghost realm.
Yeah.
It's never been mentioned anywhere, even in talks that have to deal with gods and such.
Yeah. So, if you are not Ganache, how are you here? And who are you?
And she turns and looks about. Says, You tread on sorrowed ground, but the roots remember what the mind forgets. I am Zotea. I am the goddess of the lands, of nature. I look over all of Solar. And this mist and this area that your group is in disrupts that, corrupts it.
How can we change that? Can I change that?
Yes. It says, and she looks down. And she looks back up. I can't seek far into this realm. I can tell you that there was a necromancer. Seek him. He is the key. There you can find the clues that has to deal with a relic. And it seems like she's trying to think, trying to pierce into something.
Yeah.
This fog, this mist, it is powerful. Even to be able to blind the sight of gods. Gonash may not be able to penetrate, but I have very little power here. But as the land becomes more corrupt over the years, I lose power. It is not what I am created of. Nature and balance. This is not nature, nor is it balance. And you see as she's talking, she's starting to flicker. And she says, Search for the relic. Remember, the necromancer. My power is being devoured in here. I must leave. And she wisps away as the fogs, you see whirling fog around where her body used to be.
Tarnik would race towards her and try and grab her,
And then
knowing full well that he's going to miss. And
yeah, just mists float about him as you try to grab her, and then the mists just almost like in a attempt to make fun of the situation, just whirl around you, and then they vanish away and just keep around you in a 20-foot radius again.
I don't think I can do much more there. Yeah, that's about all I can do at this point, I think.
Okay.
So he'll just sort of ponder all this new information and probably extend his walking circle another 20 feet.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
Oh, what?
Okay. You would eventually run into, as you extend another 20 feet, you can see the very faint vision of a wall start to appear as you walk in some direction. You're not quite sure. In here, it's very hard to determine what north, east, and south and all the cardinal directions are. But you do see a wall now. It's grayish as well. It's almost like...
So as soon as he sees it, he'll stop doing his circle and just head straight for the wall.
And once you arrive in it, interestingly enough, it looks familiar to the area that you had walked into. You can see that the framework, all of it is pretty much the same, except the color of it is more... The last one was stone as well, but this one is as if the colors has been sapped from it. And while you arrive there, we're going to jump back over to the group out here in the ruins of the dead, currently in the ruins that are being mirrored. What are you guys doing?
Sirix is trying to find any sign of Tarnik, anything that could give us an idea of, like, what exactly happened.
You can go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Like, are there scratch marks on the ground, like, that look like they could be from Shiv? Anything at all? No, not good. 9.
Oh gosh. 9. With that, as you are searching around, unfortunately, you can't find anything else except the only thing that was left still was that fur from Chiv that I think Grom found, or who was it that found that? I think it was Grom that found it.
There was a bit of fur that Grom and Craig found.
Yeah.
From shit on the ground.
But aside from that, anything else in here seems to have been already searched for and nothing found within these places. The only thing that you're sure of is that he probably disappeared in here.
Okay. Sirix would say to the rest of the group, I apologize, I lost my train of thought. Somebody else go ahead.
No worries.
Well, Grom would say, he would ask the group, does anyone see anything? We must find Tarnik and Shiv. He would say.
Bordak would be like, I don't know. I can't
So what
find anything else.
what do we know about what happened last night? Tarnik and Shiv were out on watch.
I do not know. I was awake for watch, and then I woke Tarnik. That's the last I know. And I know that Tarnik would not brazenly go off on his own unless there was some call for it. And at this point, Grom would actually get a little defensive, actually, and he might even appear a little defensive, and he would say, "Tarnik is not the one at fault here. We must find him."
I'm not trying to blame Tarnik. I'm trying to work backwards to figure out what happened to him.
Good. Because if Tarnik did go missing, it is only because there were nefarious goals at play. And you would notice that Grom looks like he kind of looks down, and then there's a look on his face of kind of like maybe shame if anyone's looking that closely.
I'm looking.
Well, yeah, that's for you and the GM to decide. Like, if you want to like dig deeper.
Yeah.
Can I roll a check to see if I noticed that?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to roll an insight, Cub, if you want to roll an insight. Silent is kind of moving about, not paying attention right now. She seems a little tense and worried, trying to find more stuff and walking about.
Yeah, I rolled a 10. I didn't.
Yeah, you're more concentrating on the problem at hand. Cub, you would probably notice
I'm
a
really
little bit.
into it. But I'm really trying to like pay attention to this itself with the 15.
Yeah, you would be probably the only one who would notice this, Cub, on Grom. And Silent is
So
just
Cub
walking
noticed
about.
what did he make on it?
15.
So yeah, you would notice Grom was looking a little shameful, a little like hiding his shame, avoiding some of these questions, kind of that thing.
So Cub would have picked up on the fact that Grom was just ashamed about what happened on guard duty, but Cyrix would just think Grom was being a jerk.
Fair enough. Unfortunately,
I mean, I failed my insight check, so I didn't catch the shame.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's Grom's problem?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's very fair.
And Silent is just like starts walking about closer to everybody. He's like just worried. What do we do?
Oh, is that what she says?
Yeah, she's just asking. She looks just worried.
Grom is gonna walk right up to her, and he's gonna kneel down, and he's gonna say, "Listen, we mustn't lose our head. Tarnik is somewhere. He is not one to just disappear, but we must discover where he went. We must find a trail. There's a clue here somewhere. We must find out where he went." And those who are listening, and I don't know, what insight you would have or whatever, but Grom would be telling her this in a sense of like telling her this, and he's trying not to panic. That's what his mindset is.
So what I'm gonna do is I have rope with my gear. I'm gonna tie the rope, and I'm gonna just throw Tico into, and just like tell him just go through the mist and see if this mist and just see if you can find Tarnik and Shiv, and if you do, I will link your eyes so I can.
I'm sorry, I think you broke up the last part.
Yeah, you broke up a little bit. I didn't quite hear what all you were saying.
So, so I grab Tico and I tie him up with a rope, and I'll throw him into the mist.
Okay.
And I'll tell him I'll just tell him to keep going until you can find Tarnik and Shiv, and I'll confirm it through my eyes.
Okay. So you throw him into the mist, and he lands. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. the mist just swirls around him like normal. And let's see here. Let's go back to this one. So if you're throwing in from the back wall, ooh, 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah.
My brother's dog was going a little crazy in my room.
Totally
Almost dropped my
understand.
light. I was like, oh shoot. But
No worries, no worries.
so I would say about here, if y'all can see the ping. And
Yep.
Right.
and when you throw him out there, he's just not really picking just picking a random direction, and it's gonna start just moving about and just walking, trying to search the area. But the sun is out, and you are able to see, though it's still covered and dazed. Well, what do you call it? Hazy. The sun is pretty bright still, cutting through whatever mist, and you can see the rest of these other buildings and ruins. But physically, nothing else. No signs of Tarnik or Shiv. At least that you can see, Cub.
Mhm. All right.
We'll say he's out there searching right now, so I'll put him in the gym
Yeah.
there.
How long is he out searching?
How long do you want him to search for?
I want to go for an hour.
Okay.
Oh God.
So for an hour, he tries to climb about all over these different ruins.
Can I, like 15 minutes in, can Grom be on his knees doing a religion check, trying to pray to Gonash?
Yeah, if you want to. What would you be praying about?
He's basically saying, Gonash, listen. I have not been the most loyal follower. I'm not an orc, but I want to be like your kind. I've been trying, but we must rescue Tarnik. There can be no question. We must locate him, and I know that you desire for the same. And that would basically be the essence of his prayer.
Okay.
Right, good.
You can roll me a perception.
Okay. Perception check. Here we go. Shabaya. Oh. God, it's not good. Let me take a check. Let me look at this for a second. Hold on. I have one more luck point. Can I
Okay.
use my last luck point to roll that again?
Here.
All right, I'm
Let
gonna
me
do
give
it.
you a
Roll
guidance
my
as
luck
well.
point.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. We're trying again. Oh, it's much better.
Oh wow, 22 perception.
And then with
that is-
guidance. Oh yeah, hell yeah! Guidance gives you +1, so 23.
23, nice.
That's
Way
what
better
we're
than
trying to
9. Okay. All right.
Yeah, way better. I used my last luck roll for this rest. For that.
All right. So let me see something really quick here. Okay. So while everybody is waiting, and you're waiting on Cub, you are praying. You do sense a presence, and you can feel like there is this power, and it feels the same sense as from either Bordak and Tarnik, so you can tell that there is some sort of sense of orcish presence that feels around you, but is very weak, almost unnoticeable. But as this is happening, you can see that the fog in the sky as well becomes thicker and solid. And with everybody else around, they would definitely notice this. That you can see that instead of an inch of thin layer on the ground, you can see the fog almost becomes like a foot, maybe 2 foot of fog that just lingers.
While Grom's praying this?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And
This is bad.
as that happens, that presence that Grom feels, it's as if it's trying to do something, but then it just seems to be cut off.
Oh. I don't know if that's good or bad. Does Grum feel like the fog is cutting it off, or is it getting cut off because the god is cutting it off?
Roll me an insight on that one.
Insight check. We're all the luck rolls. Oh, here we go. 13. I hope it's good
13.
enough. I
And
hope it's good.
13. Roll me that,
He's
and
wondering like,
also
what's cutting it off.
roll me a straight up intelligence check.
Okay, all right.
And I mean, I would maybe advantage because it's kind of obvious that like if the mist swirls and then the connection dampens, that the mist is dampening the connection. Right?
Yeah, you could roll it with an advantage on that intelligence check if you wish.
Heck yeah, I'll do it. I'll take it. Here we go. Advantage, intelligence check. Here we go. Roll in intelligence with advantage. It didn't matter much anyway.
14 and 13.
Are you using my guidance?
You, just because you're praying and you are able to see that this fog got thicker,
Okay.
it would gain you with that intelligence and the insight together. You would assume and guesstimate that, yeah, something to do with this fog is denying the essence of God, possibly. Definitely.
God damn. Is that really what Grom ascertains from this?
Yeah.
He's very angry. He's gonna be like, what the hell good is the gods? And he's gonna slam his fists on the ground and he's gonna roar. He's gonna bellow to the air. He's gonna literally lose his shit. Because here's the thing, he's like, "Ugh!" You know, but it's like in a Minotaur bellow kind of way because his friend Tarnik is gone and he cannot contend with this. He cannot do it. So he's gonna like literally like when he gets this result from his check, he's gonna yell and bellow and lose his shit. That's what he's gonna do.
Silent looks over that way and she like just like looks so scared at this. She's never seen Grom like that before, and she's like she looks at everybody else like trying to figure out what's going on. She looks over at Cub and Cyrix.
Yeah, Cyrix would definitely be making our way over towards Grom. Grom, did you glean
He's, like,
some type
on
of
his-
info?
He's like, his face is on the ground with his, and he's like, there is no reason to this. This fog is blocking everything. There is no rhyme or reason. It is madness. Tarnik should not be out of our sight, and yet this fog persists. It is madness, and then he's gonna like bellow again, and to Cyrix, it is madness, is what he's gonna bellow out.
Okay, buddy, you got to take a deep breath. What is it blocking?
I cannot figure out where Tarnik is. I cannot figure it out. He is lost, perhaps in a religious crux. Perhaps he is gone in some kind of some kind of strange psychological hole, a fourth dimensional pocket. I do not know. I do not know. And he's gonna start to freak out a bit. And I actually think this might actually trigger Grom's.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that's falling into his categories of
yeah, and I actually think it might fall into one of the categories. I'm gonna double check here real quick.
Yeah, Silent is just gonna like run up to him and is like, Grom, what's wrong, Grom? And she's like,
I feel like Grom doesn't know any more than this. Like he has exhausted his faculties. But I do feel like this might trigger his mental disorders. Let me double check here.
And seeing Grom go into meltdown, Cyrix is going to back up towards the bear.
The bear is just like looking at.
The poor bear, yeah. The bear's a good dude. He's a good dude. Okay.
The bear's just like staring over there, like completely confused. That's like what's happening too. He's like.
And DM, would we have all noticed the swell of the mist?
The one. Wait, what's that?
Oh,
Oh,
Would we have all noticed the swell of the mist?
Yeah. I mentioned that y'all would notice the swell of it.
I'm gonna roll my charisma saving throw. Thankfully, this is a good saving throw. Oh, it is actually.
Oh wow. That's good.
So maybe he doesn't travel to oblivion. You know, he maintains his mental state to a point. He grovels on the ground, just actually freaking out. He's freaking out because Tarnik is gone. Tarnik was the one. You know, he's gonna say this. Does Grom have a moment to say this to himself?
Yeah.
He's gonna say, "I know this can't be happening. Tarnik is the one who leads us. He's the one we rely on. He cannot be gone. If he's gone, then what good are we? What good can we do? We're failures without him. No, Ganache, you must return him." Like, this is like what he's doing on the ground.
And Silent is just like there, like trying to comment. She's like, we find Tarnik. We will find Tarnik. And she's like trying to calm him down by putting her hands and trying to calm him down and putting her hands on his shoulders and trying to. So,
yeah. No, I feel like with Tarnik's guilt toward her, he would be understanding of her, and he would like put his hands up and kind of take her hands into his, and he would say, I loved one, must understand. I understand you mean well, but we must find a way to bring Tarnik back. This isn't a situation of, I hope well will be done. This is a situation of, I hope we will find a way to make right done. I do not think anyone is on our side here other than Ganache. And then he would look to the heavens and he would say, and it is to Ganache I am praying. He would like shout to the heavens. But he would be trying to communicate to Silent that it's like not her fault and that it's not like he's not like mad at her. Could he roll a check right now? Can I do that?
He's trying to communicate that to Silent is not her fault.
Yeah. He's trying to communicate to Silent he's not mad at her or that she shouldn't be. I mean, she should be concerned. Actually, he thinks she should be, but not more than she should be.
Well, Grom can also roll a insight check too as well.
Oh, I'll do that first. Heck yeah! All right, here we go. Insight check. Oh yeah, hell yeah! 21.
So she seems to be understanding, but she also seems to have some sort of fear in her eyes because she's never seen Grom this way before. So she's completely
Grom's losing his mind. He's he's upset. Like he's actually panicking. Right.
Yeah, so she's starting to panic a little bit and looking toward everybody else and like is lost here too. And then she just kind of looks over to Cub, the next person she would know of. And I run over to Cub.
I regret this, but that's the truth of Grom right now. He's panicking.
Yeah, she like runs over to Cub and it's like, and then points over to Grom and looks over at Cub and says, "What do we do? No, Tarnik, Grom is, and she doesn't know what to say.
Yeah,
She looks at
Cub.
Cub.
In real life, this actually beats me up, but Grom would be panicking right now. He'd be panicking. Because without Tarnik, Grom doesn't actually, he's having a panic moment.
What is Cub doing?
So while Grom is panicking and he's going with that anger or all that anger, frustration, I'm trying to focus or so, but I end up I start to black out.
Okay.
And I ended up regaining a memory from my past. And then with the memory I get is I'm standing around others of my kind, and we are looks to be like a cave or something.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit again.
Or I feel like I'm in the cave or something. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
And then I see this one that looks like me, but like, or another of my kind. He's looking at, and as he's yelling, he's like, how dare you worry about the lands itself, or the lands of these in this property itself. You chose to save this over someone else itself. It's like you are a disgrace of kind.
Was he saying that?
They're basically kind of like he's yelling it at. And I'm like, and I'm trying, and I'm like, it's like I'm like I wasn't.
No, it's just a memory.
Oh, it's just a memory. Okay, never mind. Okay, sorry.
But I'm like, and it sounds like it's like I'm trying to end. Like, I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to protect the lands. I was trying to save them, but I had to make sure I had it this way. This was gonna save multiple lives, and then after that it goes lives, killing them.
No.
It's like, you get out.
You're breaking
Get
up
out
a
of
little
our
bit
life.
again.
Oh. And well, the guy's like, you ended up. So get out of our lives. And then with that, I kind of snap back out of it. Touches or is when like Silent tried to. And then I start kind of like, or crouching into I start crouching. And I'm just going, I was just trying to save him. I'm just trying to save him. Just let me save him.
Silent is like, oh no. It's both of them. And she's like, Silent is starting to freak out at this point with the two people she usually relies on. And she'll run over to Sirix, and I will say at this point, just because at this point I don't have Bardak.
There's no one else to rely on at this point.
Yeah, Bardak is I'm gonna say Bardak, just for mechanics of it, since he's not here, is also some sort of trance of a fog going on right now. And he's just kind of in there, in the mechanics.
That's very understandable. Yeah, that's very believable, actually.
And but Silent will go over to Cyrix, and she's like, talks in Goblin with her, of course. And says, she's like, or just talking and saying, Cyrix, everyone, something's wrong.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong. Everybody's freaking out. One of them's already missing. This is feeling like a bust. Like we need to get out of here.
And she like nods, and she's like, okay. And she is kind of looking at you, completely lost.
Do you have any way to communicate with the bear?
Does she? There's a bear just staring at both of them right now. Oh wow, she does.
I don't like this. I think that Grom has reached a point of breaking down without Tarnik, because Grom up until now has been relying on Tarnik for a lot of things, and now faced with a situation where Tarnik is not present, I think that this is Grom's coming to Jesus moment, which is not cool. I don't like it personally, but I think it's the truth.
And then she can actually speak with animals. So she says, yes, I can speak.
Ask the bear if it minds if we put Cub and Grom on its back.
Wow. I think that, okay. And she'll do this. She'll start asking the bear. You see her talking. The bear's just like, And you see.
Bear's the real hero.
Yeah. The bear is just like, and she's like making some sort of bear noise to it too, and talking to it, and it sounds like bear noise to you, but she's like talking normally, but the magic is just kind of pushing force.
Above table, the plan here is I want to incapacitate Cub and Grom somehow and throw them on the bear and get everybody the hell out of here.
Yeah, no, that would be very reasonable, because Grom is I think Grom is losing his shit because of Tarnik not being there, and I think Grom is legitimately panicking. Granted, this might be the first and only time Grom panics because of Tarnik not being there, but Grom has been relying on Tarnik for like leadership for this whole thing, and I think Grom is actually losing his mind because Tarnik is not here.
Grom's
that would
freaking
add
out.
up. Yeah, that would add up.
Cyrix is on the verge of bouncing so low.
Oh, God. I hope that doesn't happen. Grom is more fragile than he appears. Or maybe not. No, I don't know.
So, how do you plan to incapacitate him, basically? Just...
Silent, do you have anything that can put someone to sleep? Like any magic, anything at all?
Does she have anything?
I mean, if not, I'm gonna have to like...
That she does not. She does not.
All right, well, we're gonna have to get creative here. I'm...
Oh, God. Does Grom hear this at all?
You can roll a perception. I don't know. Are you keeping this pretty quiet?
Yeah, I'm trying to scheme with Silent.
Yeah. So I would say if you're keeping it kind of quiet. Yeah, you can do with a disadvantage, and it'll be a pretty high one if it's
disadvantage. Here we go. Oh, it was really high.
Oh yeah, he's.
Oh no. Oh, it wasn't. Never mind.
He's definitely not paying attention.
Grom is just beside himself. He doesn't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, he's just in.
Yeah, no, Grom is. This is, I'm gonna say this is one of those moments as a player where I'm not super thrilled with my character, but he doesn't know how to deal with it. Tarnik has been his lifeline of leadership, and with Tarnik gone, he's losing himself. Maybe if we get past this, he'll gain his senses back. But right now, he's beside himself.
And what is Cub doing? Just on the ground right now, just screaming memories.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Does that
okay.
If
Yeah.
Tarnik put in D20, does that work? I don't know if that works. Does that work at all? I don't know if that works. It may not work at all. But that would be something that Grom would be interested in for sure. High key.
Let's see here. Let me see.
Yeah,
something.
that's really going to inform the next few minutes of what Cyrix does.
Yeah, for sure. For high key.
Let's see here. Let me read something.
I wish I could say that Grom was this one who's going to fearlessly lead the group, regardless of what happens. But the truth is that Grom is crumbling without the orc leadership of like either, there's a Bordok, and he's here, but with Tarnik literally gone, I don't think Tarnik has the constitution to deal with it. I don't think he does. I don't think he has the constitution. Which I regret as a human. Like, I wish, as a human, I'd want to say, "Oh no, my character can like champion it." But it's not.
Let me see something here.
That way, I don't think it's realistic. I think Grom is too reliant on Tarnik for his leadership, his wisdom, his ways of the orcs. And then, like, what does this mission mean if Tarnik is lost? What does that mean?
Let's see.
Grom has no idea how to grapple with that. No idea. His years with the gypsies certainly didn't equip him for that.
I'm trying to think how that would affect mechanics of this.
And I have I would like to try a deception on Grom before I start trying to get creative on incapacitating people.
Yes, please try anything on Grom. Grom's not doing so good.
Yeah. So technically, that the others wouldn't see anything. Tarnik could use his channel divinity,
Okay.
but wouldn't be able to see anything. Unfortunately, the
There
way
would be
this
no
the
difference
way that
to
this is working as far as the mist is concerned.
So we wouldn't see anything on our end.
Correct.
Okay.
That's very fair. That's why I suspect.
Yeah.
So in that case, Cyrix is going to attempt to calm Grom down by lying to him about how much Tarnik talked him up to her.
Oh.
So Cyrix is going to be like, Grom, like, Tarnik said you were the leader of this group. Like he relies on you. Like, I don't know what your perception of this is, but you're the leader here, buddy. Like, Tarnik said you were the guy. Tarnik looks up to you, too.
Roll it.
And oh my God, inside is 24.
Hey, natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. Well,
Oh.
wow.
If that's a nat 20.
Yeah. So.
Okay, GM, do you treat nat 20s as like, no, they're above and beyond, they're exceptional?
Well, nat 20s. I don't have critical. I don't have critical like rolls for the regular. Only in combat. There's only criticals, but not on skill checks or anything else. According
I just
to raw
want to know
rolls.
how I should handle the critical as a player character, or are you leaving it up to me? to decide?
Well, I'm gonna for this one because I still treat them a little bit better than rolls. I would say that Cyrix would be above and would have been able to keep the deception just barely.
Okay. So Grom would look up at Cyrix and say, "What? You believe that to be true?" And would
Yeah.
look up at Cyrix, horns and cow face.
Yeah, it's not just Tarnik either. Who did King Gruzdak go to when he addressed the group? He went to you.
Grom would stand up and he would say, "You speak blasphemy," and he would awkwardly throw gravel from the ground at Cyrix in a kind of a rude way, which I'm not proud of. Cyrix above table, but Grom is. But he would do that, and he would say, "Stop it! Stop!" But I would say you could tell you're getting through to him.
I mean, if you really want me to stop, I will. But, like it or not, you are held in a lot higher esteem than you hold yourself.
He would put his hands up to his face, and he would think to himself. And I think that the roles roll true, Cyrix does make an impact on him. And with that being said, he would accept that there's some kind of leadership here, and he would say, and he would growl to himself, and he'd stand up, and he would say, actually, he wouldn't say anything for a moment. He would look at all of the characters that are in his purview right now. He would take a moment, take them in. And then he would say, "Tarnik is missing. This cannot be allowed to continue. Cyrix, go to the highest level of our structure here. See if you can find anything, Cyrix."
Will do.
Or not Cyrix. He would look at Silence. Silent. Do anything you can to figure out where Tarnik is. Any knowledge you may have, no matter how ridiculous it may be, bring it to my attention. And then he would turn to Bordak.
Who Bordak is just kind of also lingering in his own mind.
He would put a big palm on Bordak and say, "Bordak, our leader is missing. Must find him. Anything you can think of, anything your mind can conceive of, anything. Patrol the grounds here. Anything you find, report it back. We must find him." And then he would go to Cub.
Who's Cub is still on the ground. Is the Cub still what's Cub doing currently?
After a few moments or so, I guess I'll try to I'll re-snap back into reality. I'm just
Cub is he's gonna lean down to Cub. Even though Cub is not snapped back to reality, he's gonna lean down to him. He's gonna put a hand on his shoulder. He's gonna say, "Cub, Tarnik is missing." And he's gonna give Cub a bardic inspiration. And he's gonna say, "We must find him." And he's gonna grab Cub by the shirt, almost in a violent manner. But Cub might see it as an attack, but Grom doesn't mean it as an attack. Grom means it as an aggressive, emotional response. And Grom's gonna look him in the eyes. And he's gonna say, "Anything you can think of, find him." And he's gonna growl at him. And if Cub wants to roll an insight or whatever, he can, but that's what Grom's gonna say.
Alright, I'll do the insight check.
Right.
Damn.
So can I just tell him what Grom really is feeling? Is that fair?
Yeah. Yeah, it was that kind of an insight
Oh,
check
so-
right there.
Yeah, that's a good insight check. Okay, so you would sense that Grom is desperate. He's looking at you, and actually, Cub, you would know that Grom is looking at you with a sense of like, I don't know what's going on. There's some crazy magic afoot here. You have knowledge I don't know. I need you to help me figure out what's going on. That's what you would get from Grom's insight check. Grom is like pleading with Cub to help him. Because Cub actually, I think with that kind of insight check, Cub might, because of the truth, Grom doesn't think he knows how to figure it out, but he thinks the Cub might know how to figure it out. And in fact, he might think Cub is the best equipped to figure it out. That's what he thinks.
So while you're doing that, we're gonna jump back over to Tarnik.
Okay.
And Tarnik, once again. So some time has passed still. Would he be doing anything differently at this time?
At this time, he's probably getting a bit frustrated with the whole situation. His shame levels are building, mainly because he can't find his way out, not so much because of traveling with elves. And he would be, I don't know, probably smashing on the walls that he's found, and maybe trying to climb them to see if he could get over the mist.
Okay.
Yeah, just that sort of thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a...
Considering the channel divinity didn't work.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics or acrobatics check to climb the wall.
Climb.
27. Nice.
Yeah.
So... you climbed a wall. Once again, you are able to tell that you are in this particular... Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do this really quick. Do this. There we are. So I would say you climbed a wall, so you remember this area where you had gone in with Shiv. So you would be in that particular part of the map currently.
Yep. That's roughly where I thought he was. Sorry, I was playing with Tarnik's character and changed his levels. Bring him back. Try to work something out. Yeah, so he's crawling around up there, trying to find a break in the mist, and would be he'd be very similar to Grom in the fact that he's really directing his anger towards the mist itself and the frustration from not being able to find his way out.
Okay.
So you'd be very, very much yelling at the mist and probably he'd probably try and hurt himself. See if that wakes him up. He believes he may still be asleep.
Okay. I would say if you, how is he doing? How is he hurting himself? Just
Oh, like slapping his face or pinching his.
okay. You notice that it feels very tangible to himself as he slaps and pinches his skin. And go ahead and roll me a perception.
Big number. Oh god.
5. Okay. He still can't see any break in the fog. He's still seeing about like a 20-foot radius around him was in the fog. But he can tell for sure that this is the same layout that he was in the other realm that he probably was in, and possibly will follow the same layouts as the rest of the area where he was last.
Yeah. He may even try and leave the area, like go around to the, come back down the walls and go through the doorway that he first came in through.
Okay, let's do this really quick.
Sorry, you'd end up
Don't
out.
forget, Cub, you had a bardic inspiration.
Oh,
So you
Yeah.
are currently located on top of this area here.
Yep.
You can use the ruler thing, and you can point which direction you're seeming to go, you said?
Yeah. Well, originally we were in this building and went that way,
Correct.
so he's just coming out here,
Okay, so you're heading back that way. Okay.
right there.
Alrighty. And, let me see. Let's move them out of there. There we go. And we'll put you. So you were able to get back to that building. Even though the fog is pretty thick, because it's so close, you're able to at least keep track of where you're going. And you arrive at it, and it does have the same, pretty much the same, well, actually it is the same. It's the same as where you were
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, but it's all grey and no colour.
Exactly. The cat's not there.
In this area, if I remember, there are some broken rocks and things.
Correct.
So he'll start throwing the rocks and things, the walls, and once again trying to make noise, trying to make himself known.
Okay. As you are doing that, go ahead and roll me a perception.
One of those perception rolls has got to work. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh gosh, Jesus! All right. So you don't hear anything as you are throwing rocks at the area here. So how long would you do that for?
Oh, it's pretty stubborn. Probably 15, 20 minutes at least.
All right. Okay. As you are doing that, you do start sensing a presence. Something like lingering closer. But you're not quite sure. You haven't heard anything. You haven't seen anything. You just feel like a prickle of your hairs. Goosebumps. As you are throwing these rocks, and they're echoing off the walls and thunking on the ground.
Is that something anyone on our side could hear? Or is...
No,
Just-
you're not hearing anything.
Okay.
What would Tarnik want to do
so
at this
he'll-
point?
When he feels that presence on the back of his neck, he'll just sort of stop throwing and spin around and try and pinpoint the location, but knowing that, with such a poor roll, he's just going to be spinning around in a circle. Going, who's there? Who's there? Show yourself.
And is that the spot he would be standing at, or where would he be? Because this is the entrance. That's actually an open entrance there. It's not supposed to be closed, but...
Yeah, you'd probably be just about there, like in that doorway.
Okay. At that point, you weren't able to hear from far off, but you would probably by this time hear something like a dragging on the ground outside, like something stepping, maybe something large stepping, and getting nearer to that opening.
Ah, finally. Something I can deal with. He'll step back outside towards this noise.
So
it's
he's
the only
going...
noise he's heard so far, so...
So he's going to step back outside. So from him stepping outside, did I get those? Let me see. Oh my God, where did I put it? How interesting. I swore I made a folder. Apparently my folder vanished. So, best to describe this. I guess as you step outside, maybe I can grab it from D&D Beyond here. The mist is gray, and you can see it parting. And as it's parting away like a curtain, you can sense whatever it is getting closer to you. You're still able to see within 20 feet, but not quite far. But you are able to pinpoint that it is coming toward deep from the city of the dead here, so the ruins. So somewhere around here you can hear the noise heading toward you.
Yeah, Tarnik's not worried. He's stepping out in the middle of the street. He's looking. He's wanting something tangible to interact with.
And let's see. Trying to grab something really quick because I thought I had put the folder in there, but obviously it disappeared on me.
Oh.
So that's from D&D Beyond. So okay. So here we go. Perfect. So as you're standing out there, you eventually see something lingering out. You can see first a glow of sorts, kind of a greenish yellowish glow appearing, and then you see a armored looking humanoid, a shield that probably has various types of arrows thrown into it and or stuck into it. The thing carries a sword as well. And what you see, if I'm going to put it on this map, see if it's, I'm going to do it on the token layer. Let me see if I can increase it. Are you able to see that thing?
Roughly. I'll just zoom
Oh
in.
God, what is that? Like a Mighty Mouse?
No.
Spiritual Mighty Mouse? What the hell is going on here?
It almost looks
Giant
like it's
mighty
got a
fucking
big
mouse
head.
over the whole village? Jesus.
Well, it's not over the village. It's just an image of it. But yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
not like that's not a direct size representation.
Correct. Yeah. No.
Okay.
That's just what's stepping out of the fog. It's
Yeah, I
more.
was
It's
gonna
a
say,
medium. It's a
"Geez,
medium
what the hell's
sized.
going on here?" No, okay, very
Yeah. So, Tarnik, to you, you are able to see that it looks like a, for sure, more of a skeletal-looking humanoid. It does have more armor. You can see orcish runes upon it, but skeletal for sure, with this glowing yellowish, greenish mist around it, and it's starting to just pretty much walk out of the mist. What are you going to do if you are out into the street right now, currently?
Tarnik would turn to him and... Hey! Halt! Who are you? Talk to me!
All right. It with that, it will take notice, and it starts moving, hovering toward you. And finally, you can see it for sure as it just pretty much wisps, and you can tell that it's not even walking now. It's actually flying, floating off the ground, and it seems no response from it. And it starts heading directly to you.
Flying and not responding is a bad combination, I feel like. Bad combination.
Especially considering I've got no equipment.
Not to damper on it. I think it seems like a bad combination.
You! Stop! Stop now! And he'll use intimidation.
Interesting.
Try and get it to stop.
Intimidation. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check. Roll me dice on that.
18 in total.
18.
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
Oh gosh, okay. It's... yeah, it doesn't seem to affect it at all whatsoever. It's still floating your way with this large sword glaring at you. Let's see. So at this point, it would be up to what Tarnik wants to do as this thing is floating directly toward you. It just appeared within the 20 feet, and it's now going to start moving toward you.
Tarnik would move back towards here. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Back towards where everyone else is, and see if it follows him.
Okay, so as you move that way, you kind of walk across the street now, and yes, it does follow you. It seems to be following you with the sword now raised. And are you still in the street, or you wanting to go into a ruin, or?
Yeah, I'll probably, if it keeps coming with the sword raised, I'll back right back into that first room there, where I went missing.
All right, let's go ahead and go there then. Position yourself where you would be. Okay, right there.
Right there, I reckon.
All right, and then it's 9 o'clock, so I'm going to take a quick.
I'm guessing that's the main entrance to that room.
Yeah. So let's take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. I'm going to do a bio break really quick, and then we will return to see what happens.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Did somebody call me?
No, not right now.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody said my name. All right, I'll be right back.
Alright.
Josh, how's your Sunday been?
It's been pretty good. It's been Easter Sunday, family time, hanging out. Not a whole lot of craziness. Um, yeah, no, pretty good. Pretty good so
Nice.
far, so good. How about you?
It's been good. Just been chilling out at home. I got the rough sketch back from my artist for the cover for Tromwald.
Oh, heck yeah. How did that go?
Oh, I can't wait to show it. As soon as I get it back, the finished product back, I'll post it in the council chat.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Tromwald is looking awesome. But this was for the cover art?
Yes, yeah, I found an artist off of Fiverr that I my work has gotten real fucky lately, so I'm just piecemealing the art out as I can afford to. But yeah, I wanted to get the cover and some like key pieces of art done, so maybe I could put a Kickstarter together to try to fund the rest of the art.
Okay, so listen, here's the thing. When you get gearing up to do that, please, let's use the Discord, YouTube, whatever we need to do to help you do it, because I think Trumwald is awesome. So just please communicate with me, because we can do a video, we can do like a couple of videos, we can do it on the Discord, whatever, but let's coordinate, because I'd love to help you do that with GM Philosophy. It'd be awesome.
That would be amazing. I would love to do that. Thank you.
Whatever
so much
you
for the
decide to
offer.
do, whether you want to do a, there's like, Kickstarter is one avenue. There's other avenues, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just let me know and let's coordinate on it, because I'd
Yeah.
love to make that happen. That'd be awesome.
I don't know. Kickstarter's just one idea that I had. Like, I use a scheduling program to post D&D content on my threads, my Instagram, or my Blue Sky, just to basically farm followers.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, it in the
advertise it once I get it ready to
in
present.
the meantime, I mean, you have GM Philosophy, and I love Tromwald. I think it's awesome. Awesome. And just make sure to let me know, because I do not want you releasing that and
Alrighty.
Legit. Art, like artists' artwork, like non-AI artwork. Sorry, William, we can be done whenever you want. We're just talking.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
ready
yeah.
when
Yeah, no, we can totally pick this up after the game too if everybody's ready to play again.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to get these dogs outside. They'll probably start barking
yeah,
at
just-
my door in a little bit.
Just
but
real
yeah.
quickly is I think AI, generative AI for like creative purposes is kind of bad and is eventually like going to lead to a death of human creativity.
Avery, what is it that makes you think I want to commission artists instead of doing AI art? What is it? Like, what's the real truth?
Well, because I mean, I want my book to be well received, and AI art is not well received.
Being truth about it. If we're being true about it.
Yeah, like I want my book to be well received, and AI art is not well received.
Are you still there, Avery?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I may not be connected. Oh, if you can hear me, then at least the two of us may be connected.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe Avery
I
doesn't.
hear.
I hear both of y'all.
I hear. Yeah, both of y'all too. I hear both of y'all.
Uh-oh. I don't hear Avery right now.
That's weird.
I can hear everyone.
Huh. That's strange.
Yeah.
That is strange. I'm going to sign out and sign back in. Hold on one second.
Yeah, William, didn't you say you received backlash just over the
Yeah.
little bit of AI art you had on like the overlays and stuff, right?
Okay. No, now I can hear
Yeah.
you, Avery. All right. Shabam. If you have the time,
Hey.
Avery, tell me the
Excuse me.
answer.
Oh
If
yeah,
we have
it's
the
just I want my book to be well received, and AI art is not well received.
No, it's not. There is backlash for sure. There's backlash.
That's the thing is like I want Trumwall to be successful financially because like I kind of need it to be, and I want it to be well received. And it's not going to be if it's AI art.
Yeah, that's a
That
big
is-
thing with AI art. But anyway.
But I also believe that like artists need to be paid, and like AI is bad for the actual creativity and art of the human species too.
Before we go into a long conversation of it,
Mhm.
is everybody else back already?
I'm ready to go. Ready to roll.
I'm almost done. I'll be right back. I'm still not done yet.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys can continue real quick.
All right. I know because I haven't made a break thing for the when we take breaks, so just to let y'all know that we're still live.
We're still live streaming, but that's okay. This is a good hot topic debate for live stream.
And
Avery,
I
no,
think
totally.
the majority of the tabletop community also is like sympathetic towards artist versus AI.
I think you're right, and I'm very excited to. So here's the thing. I don't know the answer. Like AI versus artists, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. There's a lot. I use AI art every single day. You know, whatever.
As an artist, I
But-
think AI is a wonderful tool, but not for my finished works.
That's-
I'm an artist as well. I mean, I've lost work for logos and design and stuff to it, but at the same time, the module that I'm creating right now, I have the same issue, but I can't do it and finish it any other way. There's no way I can come up with like $800 to pay an artist to create like all the different characters. So I have to use AI, but I'm hoping that once I use AI for my module, it'll give me enough money and then I can commission artists in the future. In fact, I'm kind of try to do it like maybe a Kickstarter or something that people might donate money to help me get and pay artists to create all the characters. But
Well,
That's
here's
exactly what
my
we were
thing.
just talking about for my module.
Yeah, here's my thing, and I'm just being super serious with both of you. Like William, when your module's done and ready to be marketed, I hope you'll tell me because I want to market it. I want to push it. And Avery, same thing with you. When Tromwald is ready, I want to push it and I want to market it because I believe in these projects. I've seen Williams. I've been playing in Williams' world. Like I love it. And Avery, for you, I've seen your artwork. I've seen your world design. I've seen your world concept, and I love it. And I think it's awesome. And every time you drop something, I'm like, oh God, that's metal as hell. Like I want to.
Thank you.
I want to promote that. And so we're going to promote it on this channel. So just make sure to let me know so we can make it a thing. Please don't let me don't let me like skip over it because I'm very distracted with my crazy effed up life. don't let me be distracted. Just be like, hey, GM Philosopher, here's the thing. Shabam. Time to promote it. And I will promote it. Hell yeah.
Y'all want to see a quick glimpse of my book and what page I am really quick? I think I can drag it over to my. I can drag it over to my monitor really quick. I'll drag it over while we're waiting for Cub to return. But
yeah, hell yeah, I'd love to see it.
So this is InDesign. This is how much work I've been doing on it because I got over 200 characters in my world. So I'm trying to just add the little stuff. I could probably show you the AI stuff that I'm working on because I can't finish it without AI right now. It's so hard. If I drew these characters myself, it would take me forever. Can y'all see that in the live? I don't know if y'all got YouTube or Twitch, but
is it in the channel?
It's on my. It's either on Twitch or YouTube.
Oh,
You can go to my YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
So that's basically all the characters that I'm adding right now currently. So like Noxalia and let me see.
Let me go to Twitch to see if I.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, you can go to YouTube, or Twitch. So all these characters right here are the ones that I'm adding. That's why it's taking me forever. This is like page 225. I've already added a lot of the other stuff like the factions and stuff like that. So see how many characters that is?
That is a lot.
So I have to write the lore. I have to do all that, which the lore is already done. I just have to put it in a format, which I actually use AI to format it for me because the lore is already there. So I just needed to put it for my InDesign. And then I got to go back in and re-edit. And then, so those are all the characters, but I also have the mechanics of it as well. And then you have the alignments, and then you have, this is the art that I use for like the Wizards Conclave. This is one of the factions, and I have to use this art right now. And I get it. A lot of people don't like it because of that. But I'm adding my maps. I'm going to retweak this to make sense in it. But yeah, so that's a lot of the stuff that I've added. Hey, there's where we are currently. But, so yeah, you see all this I've been working on for the past year.
What program are you using?
It looks really good. It looks really good.
This is Adobe InDesign.
I'm building mine on Canva.
Yeah, I've been using Adobe products since they first came out. And see, this is all the stuff for my cities and their lore and imported goods of Polaria. And so it has a whole bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah. I think it looks awesome, but it's really important that when you get it done, you just let me know because I want to market it and I will shout it out. And the same for you, Avery. It's really, really important that you let me know when we're ready because I want to shout it out. But I will admit, here's the weakness. My attention span suffers because my life is a crazy mess. That's the truth of it. There's just no other truth of it.
I'm sure you're yeah, it's like mine right now. It's all over the place as well, but we'll go with those railroad tracks or roller coasters.
We tried the best we can.
Roller coasters.
Yeah, we tried the best we can. That's the thing. We try the best we can, but we're going to make it work. But anyway, so heck yeah.
Cub, you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back. I've been back.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's jump back to the main group really quick, just to see what we're doing there, and then we'll jump back to Tarnik and see what he's going to do against this little skeleton person. Let's see here.
Grom is in a sorry state. He's in a sorry state. Grom is like
tokens right there.
It's on an emotional level. Grom is. I understand where Grom is at, and I don't like it. But
No.
It is what it is.
Hey, Silent is moving by herself. Oh, cool. Oh. All right. So, we're missing. You're way over here.
Yeah, I've disappeared.
You're
I
way
was
over
on
here.
the up on the wall.
You're on the wall over here. All right.
Okay, so
There we go.
where we left off, Grom had given a bunch of commands, basically.
Yep. So you, Cyrix, are up here in the wall, just searching around, trying to get the level.
Is there any reason that a perception check would give me any information that we hadn't already gotten?
I mean, you can roll
I hope
another
the
one,
answer's yes.
but
Yeah, I
what?
hope the answer-
I mean, you're gonna go
I
back.
hope it's yes.
You're gonna go back
Ah,
and see. I mean, this is. I would say. Let me grab this really quick for you. What is it doing there? There we go.
oh God, that's a good perception check.
There we go. So
Ah.
with that, I would say you can see about this entire area right here is what you see. You have a vision of that. So really, it's not. You don't have any vision that's being like distorted or covered or blurred out because the fog is staying to the ground. This mist is in the ground, so you can see the rest of the streets and further away, everything just starts becoming misty. But you can tell that there's like the shadow and silhouettes of the buildings further away. But for the most part, around this area right here, you can see pretty clearly.
So no movement at all.
You don't see no movement.
Okay.
Jump back over here.
So yeah, I would report that back to the group.
Whose turn is it next?
And then, so that report comes back to the entirety of the group. I guess it depends on. We're gonna say that Bordak is kind of out of it right now. I'm gonna have to come up with a mechanic, sometime, because he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna return for a little while. Dave is. He's having some health issues. So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to take Bordak out, and we're gonna have to figure out what his storyline
God
is
damn
gonna
it.
be.
It's not good.
Yeah, but I probably won't. He'll probably. I'll think of something when everybody goes to rest. But I'm not gonna do something that's gonna kill off his character. But I'm just gonna have to take him out for a little while until Dave gets better. But
Yeah, it's okay.
His his nice sword something that somebody else could keep well taken care of for him.
those are nice weapons. Let me think about that one because those are pretty nice weapons for him.
I can't really use swords as a rogue, but someone else might be able to utilize those.
Yeah.
Aren't they axes? Axes?
Yeah, they're axes. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Tarnik, but I don't know what Tarnik uses though. I think he's more of a two-handed guy, right?
Yeah.
He's disappeared from reality right now.
Yeah.
No, Tarnik would use his preferred weapons are the warhammer and spear.
Okay.
Alongside, which is what Ganosh uses as his symbol.
Oh,
nice. Yeah, that is true.
Grom doesn't know that about that. All Grom can think of is he's not here. He's disappeared.
Yeah. How about Cub? What's Cub want to do?
Let me see. I guess with everything, I kind of snap out of it or so a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wild shape into a panther.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm just gonna go straight into the mist.
All right.
Oh. Grom likes this. This is aggressive. Grom is paying attention to this.
As you go into the mist, really, it's the same as your familiar. You step into the mist, nothing happens. It's like just walking into regular fog that's on the ground. The mist rolling on the ground. It does nothing to you.
So, oh, actually, what? Oh, actually, before that, before I go in the mist or so, I'm gonna do a perception check,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do it with advantage. Yeah, because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and do the
Yeah,
perception
Tarnik's
check.
pretty smelly.
Oh, that's a good perception check.
Wow. Nice.
But hold on. Let's see if I can get a natural 20. Okay, never mind. Hey, I tried it. Okay. With the smell of Tarnik, I'm just gonna go out there and locate them through their smell outside of the area.
Okay. Well, you step out. We'll jump back into this big thing here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're out here. And... not that one.
Okay.
We need the line circle. Or the line. There we go. Well, so you step out here. You can see all these areas over here. However, with that smell, you are able to pick up smell, but the smell that you are picking up is not familiar to Tarnik, but there is some sort of smell of almost like rotten flesh and just that decay, moss. But as far as picking up on Tarnik smell, you're not able to pick up on that.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. You can use the arrow to show me which direction you wish to go. Now, this is not up to scale, so we're using the arrow, so there's a little distance here and there, but...
Oh, wait, how do I use the arrow?
It's just the measuring tool. The measuring tool is what I use. That's on your left-hand side under the T.
Okay.
And it should pop up. You just hold down the arrow. Yeah, there you go.
There we are.
All right, then. So I guess I'll go ahead and... Huh.
Okay, so you're heading that way.
Yeah, I'm going to head over this way.
Okay. Is the rest of the group following?
So, do I see this happening?
Yeah. The panther went outside and... Yeah.
Grom would follow him. Yeah, Grom would follow him.
Okay.
He
Silent
would
and...
get his knife out. He would have his knife out, and he'd be following him.
Okay. Well, Silent would be following too with her crossbow. Lingering around and watching and making sure all is okay. How about Cyrix? Oh. Cyrix, you there?
Oh,
Sure.
sorry. Yeah, sorry, my mic was muted. Cyrix is just being perceptive, like watching out and waiting to see what everyone else is going to do.
Okay. So you're following behind them as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's because it's not up to scale. Let's say about 5, maybe 10 minutes pass and you make it to that area that you were pointing to. After getting to that area, all these ruins, rubble everywhere. Which way do you wish to go next?
Grom is following Cub. He's... In fact, he might even say to Cub, Cub, tell us, where do you feel we should go?
I'm going to head over here.
Because Grom doesn't know. Okay, we're going up north. All right.
All right. So right there? Okay.
Over here, yeah.
All right. So you start walking. The fog stays the same, just lingering. bubbling in the ground.
Grom
You keep
flips it
moving
off
forward.
as he walks.
Okay.
He's very angry about the fog. He's just like flips it off randomly every 2 minutes or so.
All right.
He's very angry about it.
It just keeps floating about.
He's like, he growls.
And you see,
So we get like to right here in this destination.
so as you're walking that way, you start noticing that there is indeed ruins. These particular ruins is like a courtyard that's actually overrun with gnarled trees. And there's blackened roots and like choking vines in this area, in this little courtyard. And you can tell, compared to the rest of the area, the mist here is a bit more thinner. It starts curling low. And weirdly enough, in this courtyard, the way that it is, it's almost like if it's breathing from like buried lungs or something within this ground. And then within this courtyard, you can see that in the center of it lies a tree stump. And you can see that it's almost like weeping sap from it. And it glows like a faint green. So I would say there's about, the courtyard, you can see it from at least maybe 30 to 20 feet away. So it's up to
There's
you.
a tree stump. There's a tree stump that seems to be magical.
You don't know if it's magic, but it seems to be weeping like sap, like that faint green sap that's
Okay,
coming out of it.
all right,
That's in
all
the
right.
center. Of
Grom
the,
is going to immediately settle into casting the Identify spell as a ritual spell. Identify as a ritual. So it'd be
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Well, he's doing this.
He would kneel in front of the stump and start to cast it. But that's
Oh,
what
you're
he's doing
going.
first.
You're going in front. You're going into the courtyard.
Yeah, he's going into it, right up to it, kneeling in front of it, casting Identify as a ritual spell. So it'll take 10 minutes to cast it.
Okay. So as Grom is making his way into the courtyard, what is everybody else doing?
Cyrix is falling in, covering Grom's back.
Okay.
While Grom is praying, he's saying things like, Onash.
Before I'm
Merciful.
going to stop you there. Before we go to there, I just need to see. Okay, so Cyrix, you're going to follow behind Grom, and then how about Cub? What's Cub doing?
As or I guess since I'm still trying to sniff out Tarnik.
Okay, so you're just sniffing out. Well, okay. So you see Grom and them go into the courtyard then, and you're just sniffing outside of it, around it or something, perimeter.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's
All right, so
my
Grom, you and Cyrix walk toward it, and then you are able to get near the tree stump. Before you even kneel or anything, as you approach, you see that the sap starts to flow up, and it starts rising, and it forms into the shape of a barefoot orc woman. This one, she looks like moss-draped hair and amber eyes that glow almost like fireflies. She is orc, and though she's orc, she still has this aura of beauty in her. And she's just stands in front of this stump and looks at the two of y'all as you approach. And she looks over at Grom and looks over at Silent is also there, and Cyrix. And she says, "The one you lost is not gone, but trapped in echoes. You cannot find him in the living world."
Grom would fall on his knees and he'd say, "Then how shall we find him?" He asks in actual, I would say desperation. It's desperate. It's a desperate.
You said this was an orc?
Yes, a female orc.
Okay, yeah, Sirix is gonna ask in Orc, what does that mean?
And she looks over at you and she says, and as she says this, she's also going to look around at the mist and says, "This mist eats memories and eats emotions. The more emotion that you create, the more memories that you feel and dwell in, it eats upon it, saps the life." And she says, "But it's also a veil, a gateway into another realm. That realm, stronger at night. In order to find your friend, you must follow the trail of ash and memory, where the dead speak in silence. You may find that door. Find the necromancer." And says, "My vision, though I am powerful in the natural world, is still strong here, but this mist is stronger, powerful."
Does Grom recognize this person?
I don't think Grom would. He could roll a history or religion.
Is this Ganache?
Is this Ariel?
You 13? No, definitely it's not. Not Ariel for sure.
Okay.
Or Arya, but
All right. Okay.
you could roll history or religion as well, Sirix.
Okay. Yeah, they're both plus most.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, not good.
To both of you, you don't recognize who this person is. I don't think you've seen her
Grom
before.
would fall on
Yeah, I
his
don't think
feet
you
and
have.
say, "What is this? I want to find my friend. And you tell me riddles. I want to understand what is going on here. Tell me, and I'll make it so. But Tarnik of Goodnosh must be returned to me. There's no option here." He's being very belligerent, actually, to this. I don't know if this vision would even respond to him, but that's what he says.
Okay. She looks at Grom and she says, "I've told you, I cannot see beyond the mist. Find the necromancer. That's who are you searching for if you wish to find your friend."
What? What does this necromancer look like? Grom seems very perturbed by this response because he thinks she's talking about the withered one. That's what he thinks. And he's like, "Well, what the hell? That's like a year away, probably. Like, what the hell's going on here?"
And she'll say, "He's the one to lie to all these spirits. He looks like the dead. But
Is the necromancer here in this city?
the necromancer, this domain is of his doing. But he hides between both worlds." He says, "But you can find someone who helps. The one who guarded the relic." And she tries to thin her eyes. "I can't see what the relic is. The mist protects him. I don't know what it is that they want. I came here to investigate. But I know very little of what else lies within the veils that are hidden by this mist."
Grom is gonna give a kneel to this specter, and then turn to Sirix and say, "Sounds like there is a necromancer close by."
Yeah, that's what I'm taking away from this. Sounds like they are somewhere between like planes of existence, maybe.
Where is this necromancer? He's going to ask to the vision in front of them. And not an angry tone, but in a tone of, I would say, humble requesting.
Desperation.
No, I would say not desperation at this point. It would be humble, like humility, but questing as a question as if, we have some business to do. Tell us about the location. I think that's what Grom would be doing at this point.
She will respond, I don't know where he hides. As I said, the mist. It can even block the visions of gods. So I'm having problems searching for him.
Is he your ally?
And she looks at you very angry this time. No. I am of nature and balance. The earth has been... And she looks down on her. Cursed. This necromancer works with dead things. I despise the dead that walk when they should be at rest. I am here to make balance of things again. To make right what was wronged years past. And she looks, where is the one who travels with you? The one, the druid, the cleric. What is Cub? Druid or cleric? Druid, right?
Cub is a druid.
Yes, I'm a druid.
Yeah. She'll say she'll ask for the druid.
Grom is literally going to step back and motion to Cub. Then he's going to say, you need us. Give us a boon. We wish to rid this city of this evil.
Depending on where Cub is, you were walking around the perimeter.
Yeah.
There's Cub.
I'm around. By then. After finishing that, I go with them.
Okay, so you're gonna enter into the courtyard.
Yeah.
Well, you would definitely see, as I guess Grom would step back, and you would see the panther, and walking into the courtyard. You would see Grom and the rest just standing around this figure. You can roll religion or history with... Actually, you probably don't even need to. You would recognize this person as Zodia.
Grom doesn't know this.
I'm gonna... As soon as I see her, I go and I'll... in my panther form, I'll go and I'll make I'll bow to her.
And she'll look at you, and you can make a note of this. She'll mark you with the eye of the grove. And she'll tell you, this will allow you to see faint glimmers of the shadow echo. It'll be like... She thinks for a while. Spectral footsteps. Walls where none exist. Or voices from the other side.
Mm-hmm. With that, I give her not like a growl, but like a purr growl, like as a acknowledgement.
And she'll look over at the rest of the group and she says, remember, the mist feeds on your grief, your regrets. You must not give it your name. And she will wisp away.
Okay, so don't introduce yourself to the mist.
Don't tell it your name, which is common knowledge for those who knows what's going on. But I don't know that Grom knows what's going on. So would you tell us this, Cub? Would you tell us what was just told to you? Oh, actually, GM,
you would have been there and understood everything because she was.
Oh, okay.
Everybody would understand what she was saying.
Grom would have said,
I can't though because I'm in Panther, so I only speak cat right now.
What does
Is-
this mean? Do not make it known to us. Do not make
Is-
known to it our true name. What is this?
Is Silent close by to speak with animals and translate for us?
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh man.
That way we can communicate with Cub and doesn't have to come out of wild shape.
Yeah, but you would also had to understand what she said too. Everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, she can do it though. If you ask her, she's like, I can cast it again. Let me see. She has one more casting of that one. So
Yeah, we'll save it for now. If we picked up everything that was said in their conversation.
okay, so you want to save it for now?
Yeah, I don't think we should burn it.
Grom would go up to Cub and say, "What is the answer, Cub? What answer have we gotten?" And he would grab Cub by the shoulders.
Okay. What's Cub going to do? you grab. That'd be interesting.
I just had this image of a cow picking up a cat and going,
I know.
"Ah!"
That's pretty much what Grom is trying
That's
to
a big
do.
panther. Panthers are pretty big.
Yeah,
Well, he might not be able to pick it up, but he's gonna try his darndest.
Yeah. The bear is just like looking about like.
Can I swat? I'm gonna swat Grom, but like not like as in like telling him to get. I'm like kind of like as a like
Get a hold of
down
yourself.
blow. Yes.
I mean, yeah, you can roll in an attack roll, but not like a hurting one, just to see if you can get him. Get him.
like a face muff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
I can just imagine all this.
What did he get? I don't see it on the screen.
I got a
there it is.
19.
Oh, that's definitely gonna hit. So, if you're not intending to hit, I mean, Grom would like drop the cat and like back off a minute. You know, like
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to like inflict pain on you. I'm just trying to like swat you because like I see you go and you start like trying to
Yeah.
pick me up and trying to like it's like what you're like trying to get something out of me and I'm trying to like slap you and it's like get a hold of yourself, man.
When he does that and Grom backs away a minute, Grom would say, "What did you hear? What is going on? Where is Tarnik?"
And Silent would just walk up and said, I think we had everything. This is what she told us. And, but Cub, you would, oh my gosh. 1 second, let me bring this dog in. He's barking. Y'all probably can't hear him, but I can hear him. I'll be right back.
I can't hear him. That's fine.
Is this city made of like the walls and structures? Are they stone? Have we established that yet?
I think it's been established as stone and wood. I think.
Oh, okay. Because not gonna lie, I had the idea of like, let's just burn this shanty town to the ground and see what's left.
That may not be the worst idea. May not be the worst.
Got torches.
That wouldn't have occurred to Grom, but it may not be the worst idea.
All right, sorry, back. Haven't lived with dogs in a long time. But,
No, you're fine.
Anyway, Cub, because
Yes.
she's marked you, because Zoti has marked you, you do kind of see was in this area, and where the fog is, you can see some every now and then a shimmer, and sometimes you see like echoes of people, in a sense. Some of them crying, and then they vanish into the mist. And then You can also see. Let me see what this all reveals exactly for you. Yeah, so you can see this courtyard, and it's strange how you see it. It's almost like faint glimmers, but you can see it in rich hues of green when it existed in the past. And you can see the walls are not ruins, but actual walls, but very faint glimmers of it before they disappear again. So it's almost in constant motion that you see this, constant vision. And you can see these echoes of people that have been lost to this mist. You can see warriors, you can see children, you can see mothers and crying, and all these like merchants, maybe sometimes just regular orc people. Sometimes you even see elves, sometimes you see humans, fae, other things. And sometimes you even see other creatures not known to you. Sometimes you see undead. One face even goes up to you, and you can see the face of that gets glimmers as it's moving past, and you can see fangs coming out of its mouth. But you are able to see, almost like as if you're staring into the other side of this veil.
Interesting. So, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead with these eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and look around the area and see if I can find Tarnik.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm gonna go, or if I don't see him around this we're at, then I'm gonna exit out, and then I'm gonna go look for him.
Okay. So you don't see anything yet here. Anything that's in the shape of his body. On the map with the arrows, show me which way you're going to go and look for him next.
So from here, I think my best bet would be to go up here.
Okay.
And right here.
All right. And then while that is happening, we're going to jump back over to Tarnik really quick. This will be interesting. All right. So Tarnik. Here's what we're going to do. So let's jump back here. Let's hide you for a little bit. Oh, what's going on there? And then we're going to bring you back out. And you were there. All right, so you're there, and you can see this right at the edge of this map here. It's following toward you. It's moving toward you. You can move, or you can hold your ground, or do whatever you want within this area right here if you wish. What is Tarnik doing currently?
He's obviously looking at this spectral skeletal figure, and he's going, "Halt! Halt! Identify yourself!"
Let's see here. Roll me a persuasion check just for the heck of it. Let me see what we can do here.
Middling, 16.
16. Shoot, yeah. It's gonna keep going toward you, unfortunately.
Yeah, when it gets within just before it gets within reach, so around 10 feet away, Tarnik will use his Misty Step and go 30 feet back out into the street.
Okay. So you get back out into the street. Nice move. Misty Step. Boom. Thank goodness y'all are able to do Misty Step again.
Yeah.
All right, so you're back out into the street and this area right here.
With that, does the mist actually change when Tarnik uses the Misty Step?
It does not. Yeah, I mean, it just, you can see the vision normally, but it does not. It doesn't. It's basically all around you. It's always around you. You can just see.
Yeah.
You can,
No, I was just.
Yeah.
I was just seeing whether the Misty Step would break the barrier.
Yeah. No, you're still in there. And this guy turns around wherever you did behind him or whatever, and he'll try to.
Yeah.
He'll look at you, and then he'll just start floating toward you again. Sword raised.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't have any real range spells. They're all close and personal spells. Yeah. Stop! Halt! Don't come any closer. And he'll just keep backing away, keeping pace with the skeletal figure.
All right.
So probably staying, out in that street area, you'd probably sort of head that way.
Head that way? Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to keep following you. You're keeping a pretty good distance. Luckily, it's just floating toward you. But if you if you make and just keep away from it, it won't reach you. As it's floating toward you with his sword raised. It's just like... just looks like it's getting frustrated. And trying to reach. He's going... I don't know if he can do that, actually. Let me see. Yeah. So once you get into that area where the other ruins are, he's going to follow you. He's going to keep following you up. And once you get into this area, he's actually going to try to go into this over here. And you see him, like, he just kind of disappears into the ruins. And he vanishes from your sight.
Okay. Tarnik would head over to this sort of corner and just keep an eye out, watching to see if he comes back out.
Okay, so he's going to move back to this corner here. All right, so as he does that, you can see it. It does come back out of that area there as you are moving this way. He seems to be trying to catch up to you, but as you're getting to this corner, he's going to move into this area now, and he's going to vanish into those ruins right there.
So, yeah, Tarnik would step back out into the middle of the street and make sure he's got the clear line of sight all around him.
So if you step out from this direction, you're just going about right here or something?
Yep.
Okay. He would step out from this right here and try to get at you still. Still following you.
So So you'll just try and, I don't know, work him around in a circle in that area.
Okay.
See if something changes, like if he disappears into one of the ruins for longer or something like that before he does anything more.
You can roll a intuition, or what is that? Insight check. Intuition.
Insight. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. The rolls tonight are not with y'all. Oh my goodness.
Insight and perception, we're just not working.
All right. That is crazy. Yeah, he's just gonna go around in circles trying to get at you for right now. So we'll say that an hour has passed by the time that the next group. We'll say that for Cub, you're leading them all the way over here to this area. You do see a lot of shimmering.
Yeah.
A lot of
Actually,
different- Oh,
actually, just before you disappear, can I cast Hunter's Mark on it?
you certainly can.
That way I don't have to track it so closely.
Yeah, you can actually. That's good. Yeah. So you got
Don't worry,
Hunter's Mark.
it automatically rolls the damage for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh no, yeah, I just
Yeah.
yeah. So now you have a better idea where it is, and you can roll with advantage all the time if you need to find him. But yeah, you have a really good idea where he sticks to. So if you wanted to be further away now, you can go beyond the 20-foot sight.
Well, that was the next step.
If you're gonna do that, are you still going around in circles here, or is there a certain direction?
At the moment, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just in circles in that big area. Like it's a fairly reasonable size, isn't it? Like in there.
Yeah. It's pretty reasonable size. It's pretty big. Like I said, it's not up to scale, but yeah. And I'll say like about an hour, maybe 45 minutes actually. Cub, your group arrives in this section right here. You do see faint glimmers, and you see what seems to be like other groups of people seeming to be in battle here, and then it disappears and shimmers away. And then you see dead people on the ground, dead orcs all over the place, and then it disappears again. But no sign of Tarnik anywhere around here. Let's see here.
So part of me is like, I want to keep going. Like I want to keep going over here, but it's like but I'm also thinking I need to go back because I do need to explore this area here again.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
At any point would Grom have an insight into this? He would say we have to move forward. Backwards is not going to reveal our lost compatriot. We must move forward. Grom seems to be of the mind that we must press forward into the heart of this undead city. That's what Grom would encourage. But Grom would kind of be following Cub because Cub seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah, Cub's got the eyes and the nose.
Yeah.
So so then I'm gonna go ahead and trust my instincts. I'm gonna let my perception instincts take over. If going forward is my best, I'm gonna intelligence for this. I want to know if going forward with what I got right now, do I need to move?
Sorry, you're breaking up again every other word.
All right, I'm gonna do an intelligence check and seeing if the smart move, should I retrace step or going forward?
Okay. I guess you can let's say a 15 will say, and you can say if you fail or pass above a 15, which one you want, go forward or go back. So before you roll, let me know what you want to do.
So I guess I want to say 15 would be more of like going back to retrace my steps.
Okay.
And then below 15 would be let's just keep moving forward.
Okay. Go for
And
it.
I'm pretty sure by now I should have Tico back with at least link mind with him and have him give me or provide my since
Uh-oh.
he can cast spells with me, or he can cast my spells.
Well, you would notice that with him, you wouldn't be able to see how you see currently. Unfortunately.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Like with the mark that you have currently on you.
yeah, I know, but I'm just having, or basically, I'm saying is that Tico, I'm gonna have him cast the guidance spell on.
Oh, okay.
So.
Uh-oh.
That's 11.
All right.
So yeah,
So I guess forward it is.
yeah.
Roll me a perception.
Okay. So. Will not let me.
Wow, nice. All right. So we'll probably end with this scene since it's already like 10. So 15, 16, 17, 18. So as you are going to start...
I still have my advantage because of my keen sense.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Ooh. There you go.
Nice. All right. So mainly it's just with you hearing, similar to what Tarnik probably heard, but for the most part, you would hear voices to say, "You walk where we fell. The betrayer promised glory," and you hear other voices. "You bear the warmth of breath. You must pay it back in blood." And another voice says, "Return the stone, or drown in death, as we did." That's what you hear, glimmers of voices in this area here from that mark that you have. And with that, I think we will go ahead and end the session with that particular scene right there, with Cub hearing voices. Since it's already 10 o'clock. Yeah. And Tarnik has yet to be found.
Tarnik is yet to be found.
So.
Damn.
Alrighty. Thanks for anybody who watched. And for future viewers, please give us a follow on YouTube, Dungeons and 20s, or Twitch, Dungeons and 20s. And we'll be back next Sunday to continue our journey into the ruins of the dead. Goodbye, everyone. Until next Sunday.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.